even at the funeral, even at the funeral, this fool is still thirsty. Just watching their ass the whole time. The body going down into the ground. He ain't looking at that shit at all. He's steadily looking at their ass. Yes. I ain't going nowhere. Shit, I'm as horny today as I was yesterday.
Exactly.
Y'all might want to run now.
I said we could do this the easy way or the hard way.
That's a booty man.
Right, yeah.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. Yeah, people, now before we start and get into anything, I want y'all to know, I am not here to talk shit. We will, but that's not the purpose here. I want y'all to know that I'm a big Zack Snyder fan. And I was even saying the other day, I said, man, Zack is back. And people said, man, he ain't gone nowhere. I was like, nah, man, he's back to the roots that I know and love him from. Back with them zombies out there. People, I like that movie there. I know people are split on it, but I did enjoy Army of the Dead. And there's nothing better to me than zombies with a little dash of Zack Snyder in there. I said, boy, me and Zack, we getting along again, man. You know, we were a little cold at first. I didn't like that time that Zack hit me, man. It wasn't called for. I didn't do nothing to him. We were just fine, and then that fool had to sucker punch me. Notice he ain't telling you nothing about this story.
I was gonna say.
Story.
He ain't saying nothing. Notice he ain't told you nothing about this plot. Just sing on, Led Zeppelin.
Right, yeah. Let her clean.
Let the levees break.
Get out. I'm gonna escape from here.
There's armed guards everywhere.
What are you looking for?
A way out.
I'm going to help.
Yeah, we all are. But it was going to be another hour and 20 minutes before that happened.
The one-liners just write themselves with this.
Be free.
It's almost not fair.
Find 500. The first is a man.
I love these fish in this barrel right here, boy. Y'all can't go nowhere, can you?
And a key.
Somebody said, you know what? I shouldn't ask, but please tell me what the plot is to this, because this looks insane right here. What plot could possibly be taken from all of this? It looks cool, but what the is going on? Well, for those of you who've seen the movie, for what we can put together, for those of you who have not seen in a while, and for those who have never seen this, so this deals with the girl named Baby Doll. What's the girl that plays
Emily Browning?
Emily Browning, yeah. You might know her from Lemony Snicket, where people first got a big look at her. But she plays a chick who's been put into an insane asylum because of her abusive father.
Stepfather.
Stepfather, yeah. The stepfather don't want her taking the money that's left to her from my dead mother. And plus, he want that ass too, but she ain't gonna give it up that easy. So, you know what? Then I'll give your ass a goddamn Arkham Asylum over here. You want to play around. Hey, what is it? Ass or money? I'll go with the money.
It doesn't help that she accidentally kills her sister too.
Yeah. But, so she's in an insane asylum. And the only way for her to deal with the oppressive environment, especially from the warden in there, played by Oscar Isaac, is to, when they're put into dance therapy, if that's a thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, any excuse, no matter how contrived or convoluted, to get these chicks into skimpy underwear and make them gyrate.
Yeah. So sexualized dance therapy is what they're going through. It'll make it nice and sane and also give everybody a hard on. But everybody wins, right? But the only way for her to deal with that, when it's her turn to dance, is to escape in this other world that she makes for herself. This is where she is truly a badass. Where she's fighting all kind of robots and creatures and fantasy things. So yeah, people, and that still don't make no sense.
Yeah, well, you missed one of the levels.
Oh, I'm gonna get into that. Believe me, there's a lot of levels that we're gonna cover right here. I'm going to tell you this right now. Zack Snyder needs to calm his ass down. Huge fan. Love your work. Not everything. Hey, when we hanging out with owls, you know, and zombies, you know, shit, even the Justice League was cool after a while, you know. And, but, you know, when we're doing all that, that's fine. But now this fool's talking about, you know what? Yeah, you know, since I'm putting them cuts out there, I think Sucker Punch needs a Snyder cut. Sit your ass down. Stop it. Okay? Stop this shit. Not everything needs a Snyder cut. No. Shit, he out there like he cutting lines of cocaine. Yeah, what's next? Get the out of here. No, man. Not everything needs a Snyder cut. I'm looking at this in Vanity Fair, where he's talking about, you know, that, yeah, man, that's so much more I got to say. No, you say what you need to say. Hey, look. By the way, I saw the extended cut of this already. You don't even need 2 hours for this shit. You barely have you barely have an hour worth of story right there.
Exactly.
Now, one of the biggest complaints about this, that in that same interview for Vanity Fair that Zack Snyder addresses here, because a lot of people back in the day, they said, well, this is very sexist right here. Okay, you know what? I'll talk about that a little bit because it's debatable. But it did feel like Zack Snyder's inner horny 13-year-old took over here.
Yeah.
Sick.
Took over the complete reins. It said, all right, I'm in charge now, and I like anime, and I like video games, and I just saw The Matrix, and I like Kill Bill, and ooh, I like comic books, and I love girls. We got to put a lot of girls and panties in there.
Yeah, people. I'm gonna tell you this is what it looks like when you jack off to manga and Lord of the Rings. This is what it looks like.
With a fever.
With a fever, yeah.
Yeah, fever dream.
Yeah. Snyder argues that, no, do not blame me. You don't understand. This is a protest movie right here.
You got to be kidding.
It's the opposite of what you're thinking. It's the complete opposite of sexist. He says here, you see, what we're doing is that we're addressing the image, I'm paraphrasing it, the objectification of females in genre. And he looks at us and says, and we're to blame. He says, and this is a quote, he says, I didn't dress them up like this. You did. No mother. You did, all right?
Yeah, it's like I didn't do that. You did. I was like, well, I would have loved to have been involved in the process.
Yeah, I was not on the set.
Right.
Nah.
Her skirt needs to be shorter.
I was not behind you when you were making this shit talking about titties need to be bigger, ass need to be out a little bit more. I wasn't behind you doing that shit. Yeah. Look, don't sit up here and put these girls in fishnets and shorts with their ass cheeks hanging all out and then look at us and say, see what you made me do? Right.
There is not a single girl not wearing fishnets.
No. You did this shit because it was hot. Bitch, stop lying, all right?
Right, then putting on everybody else. That's some Harmony Korine shit.
Yeah.
It's right? Harmony Korine. It's Sebastian Gutierrez, who does those Women in Trouble movies.
Electra
Lux.
Same thing.
It's Frank Miller with Sin City.
Yeah.
That whole thing of like, well, we go to Whoretown, but they're all assassins.
Yeah.
Even Kill Bill. When Quentin Tarantino was talking about Kill Bill before it got made, he's like, yeah, they're all hookers, but they're also assassins. It's like, man, stop with this shit.
What the is this?
It's about female empowerment.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's about your dick. Is what it's about. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know what's the fetish with prostitutes being badass assassins.
Yeah, right.
I don't want no chick that could kill me in the middle of sex. I'll get scared of that shit.
Plus, it's like, well, if she's got these skills, why is she sucking dick for money?
Exactly. That's what I never understood. If she can do all this, why is she prostituting herself?
Yeah.
Wow, you could go work for any mob organization. You can go work for any kind of a corporation. No, I think I suck a dick.
Right.
I'm good at that.
Hey, man, you want to get a hooker this weekend? Yo, you been the ones that kill people? No, I'm good. Thanks a lot.
They're cheaper, though. Just don't piss them off.
Wow. You're an expert marksmanship. You're great with a sword. No, but what I really want to do is
right.
That's my dream, to make a man happy.
But I'm choosing to do it, so that's my empowerment.
Out of here. Right. Everything, don't do this shit. People, listen.
Don't fall for this. This is Orwellian.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not against looking at beautiful women. I'm not against looking at women in skimpy clothes. I'm not against looking at women in sexy outfits. I'm not against that at all. But don't do this shit where you try to put this as, because nobody's falling for it. Where you do this shit where it's like, oh, this is girl power. This is empowering women. No, it ain't. It's empowering your dick right now is what it's doing. It's hot. Let's just stop bullshitting.
And if you don't believe it, think about how many times you've seen men, badass dudes, in skimpy outfits.
Yeah, how many dudes you see out there going out there ready to fight wearing a goddamn banana hammock,
Right?
And a
And fishnets
and a
and
thong,
high-heeled
yeah.
boots.
A thong and a goddamn tank top.
You
know?
got Sean Connery and Zardoz, and that's about it.
Yep. Well, it's, chat says it is 300, and that is Zack Snyder. So maybe he's maybe he's equal opportunity. You got us on that. Yeah.
But that's still Zack, though.
It's Zack
That's
Snyder
Zack.
and Frank Miller.
But I'm gonna tell you, Zack
It's always
Snyder.
the same dudes.
It is, and and that whole thing with Zack Snyder with beautiful people, it kind of goes across the board. But you know, he does kind of frame it more as female empowerment when it's for women. When it's dudes, it's just like, oh, these some bad, greasy, buffed up motherfuckers. You know, so
Yeah.
let's not lie about this shit. All right?
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like you said, sure, I love looking at sexy women too, but don't try to bullshit me with it.
This is almost like watching a black struggle movie for black people, where they take those movies and they always exploit the pain and the violence.
Yeah.
So this is like one of those. It's one of those bad struggle movies for black people, where they think that they're making a statement, but they're really just exploiting the situation. They're exploiting the violence.
Right.
The only time that they look empowered in here is when they're doing stuff that is badass and sexy, mostly for dudes.
Yeah.
You know, when they're being, you know, when that's dressed up in skimpy suits, you know, you can call it the male gaze, you can call it, you know, the male objectification, but really that's when they're badasses, when the badder they are, the more powerful they are, the more them draws riding up their ass, the more that cleavage is showing.
In the trailer, every time they're doing a good move, ass is in the air.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all saw it. I didn't seen it. But
It
when
is.
I seen
It
the
is.
trailer, it's what's going on.
Of all those things I name, video games, comic books, anime, it's the worst of all those things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one big, you know, really, they say girl empowerment, but it's really just one male geek fantasy after another,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Would I say that this is sexist? Yes, and I'm gonna tell you what, man, it's sexist in a way that offends both women and men.
Yep.
Because this is that movie where every dude is probably a rapist, but if you're over 50 and not very attractive, then you are definitely a rapist.
Oh, yeah.
You might be a rapist just because you got a penis, but if you are over 50 years old and you're not good looking, oh, your ass definitely raping somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And not just a rapist, but an old, sweaty, over-dramatic rapist in this
God.
too. Oh yeah, man, this is
Sadistic.
so in this, baby doll's mom, her mother just died. The body's still warm on the bed. And dad is like, you know what? He looking at them girls. The moment she died, the doctor ain't even out the room. He looking at them girls like, yeah, y'all know what's next now, don't you? Yeah, been waiting on that ass for a long time.
Yeah, man, that was quick, boy.
Quick.
All right,
He
take
looked
up the
back.
tie.
He looked back like, yeah, he's far enough, goddamn.
Yeah, look at that shit. Yeah, I thought that bitch was never gonna die. Shit, anybody else hiding here? Shit, the doctor ain't out the room. This fool already getting dressed.
Yeah.
Not dressed.
He's like, he ain't gonna be back, right? Now y'all know what time it is, right?
Even at the funeral,
Oh,
even at
damn.
the funeral, this fool is still thirsty. Just watching their ass the whole time. The body going down into the ground. He ain't looking at that shit at all. He's steadily looking at their ass. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere. Shit, I'm as horny today as I was yesterday.
Right, exactly.
Y'all might want to run now.
I said we could do this the easy way or the hard way.
That's a booty man.
Right, yeah.
I don't even know why mom did them like this. It don't help that mom didn't. She, you know, of course, you know, this is stepdad right here. She's like, dude, you know,
Right.
Mom went ahead and left all the money to the kids, and then he didn't give him nothing. Didn't even.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, that's kind of on you. If you gave him a little something,
He'd be cool.
He might run off somewhere. Yeah.
But that dude is like, he's like, look, he saw that shit. He read they said you don't get shit,
and they made it bold too.
Bold too
on an old typewriter.
Yeah.
That means you had to go back over that line 3 times.
To my 2 daughters, and I bet in bold after that is you.
Not your broke ass.
And look at fuck y'all. Shit, you know what was shit? They brought this raping on themselves.
Oh man, is she rich?
Shit, these hoes took my money.
Was she rich or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just wondering why he's mad.
I mean,
Man, okay, they do all this in a montage. So
Okay, all right.
so don't
Exactly.
Don't expect it to get deep.
boy, and this really is exploitive of female pain and suffering. Now, I ain't saying that this is something that needs to be erased or anything like that. I'm just saying, they think that they're being deep by showing all this pain, and they're not. It's like I said, it's like a black struggle movie.
Yeah.
Just seeing a Negro get his ass whooped over and over again ain't, you could.
What am I learning
It
from
ain't.
this?
You ain't always saying nothing, or so it ain't always saying something. The movie is barely started. Mom's dead. It's already insinuated that these kids are getting raped over here, and even when the girls try to help each other, they that up.
Boy, do that ever.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Baby doll comes in. She's trying to protect little sis by shooting dad, and her aim is all messed up. Yeah. Even little sis right now is like, damn, you suck.
Boom, 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 boom.
I said, I'm so sorry. I know, but thanks for getting me out of this movie.
Damn, bitch, you suck. And I tell you what, I ain't laughing at this, but I like the way Dad finally said, fuck it. He said, ain't no ass worth this. He called the cops over and said, yeah, that bitch is crazy.
It is funny how everything was so melodramatic, but with that, he's just like, yeah.
Nah, you gotta go. Yeah, they all got crazy bitch over there. So they ended up taking our ass over to Arkham Asylum, like I said earlier. Which is,
yeah.
these kind of movies always goddamn a haunted mansion on the hill for
Sure. It's,
for all
it's
these
the
movies.
50s or the 60s. Yes, the home for the mentally insane, as opposed to what other type of insane?
Yeah.
Right.
Nah, you mean Herman Munster lives up in there?
Yeah, it's always a big gate, wrought iron gate, and way off in the back.
Exactly.
Creepy
The
mansion.
home for the mentally insane and Dracula.
Right, yeah.
He sublets the top part.
Right.
Yeah. The good Dr. Frankenstein will be with you in a minute.
He looking thirsty too.
Oh, no, not you too.
Yeah. Oh, it is like that too, because you know what I like? I like the way, this is another thing. Stop all this silly ass narration, because you ain't saying nothing that deserves this. Always trying to you trying these male geek fantasies that they're having. You're putting this deep narration to validate that, and it means nothing.
No.
That shit don't mean you can reach inside your inner self, be the strong warrior that you. Shut the up. You can be a chick with your ass and titties hanging out. That's what it comes down to.
Imagine they'll shout through demons if they have to, challenging us to fight.
No, shut
up.
Fight
Yeah.
through this movie.
Put these panties on. What?
Yeah, run through the movie again without the narration, and does it work?
When they do get there, that's where we meet Oscar Isaac and his pet Negro right here. No, seriously, that nigga
Chocolate
follows his
bunny.
ass like he hardly has any lines, and he follows his ass around this movie like a puppy.
Shiny little motherfucker too, ain't
With,
he?
with that Caesar haircut, Oscar Isaac looks like he's one of the inmates.
He sure does.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Yeah, he does. Look, if you're a dude in here, chances are very strongly that you're a rapist. But if you are over 50, or not attractive, or in this case just weird looking, dark looking, you a rapist too. So chances are this dude is raping these chicks too. Let's just go ahead and just say yes. And that's bad, because that girl, she went from the rapist pot into the rapist fire.
Yep.
She got up in there, boy. That shit almost turned into like it was a house of gangbang, man. She went in there, everybody's on these chicks. I'm looking at the chef. Even the chef is a potential rapist.
We all work in here.
Yeah, come get some of this meat up in here. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Did I say potential rapist?
Let her go, pig.
Didn't mean nothing.
Touch.
Had a little fun.
you know what, your big ass don't need to be trying to rape nobody except an inhaler because the way you breathing and shit.
I mean, if she hadn't showed up, he would have had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Right, I was gonna say, yeah.
But then she would have been caught underneath him.
Right, that's true.
Why is this guy a rapist? Well, besides having a penis, he's not very attractive. He's fat, blotchy. You know, I mean, I ain't shaming nobody, but in I'm telling you, Zack Snyder's world, he has this thing about beauty. He said it in an interview, and if it's so if you ain't beautiful, even for dudes, it's a problem. I'll tell you how it's a problem way later. But if you're a dude, then you must be up some evil shit if you ain't good looking.
Sure. It perpetuates that bias that people have already that good looking people don't do bad things.
Right, they're not creepy.
Yeah, exactly. I will say this. This was my first time that I remember seeing Oscar Isaac. Now, Oscar Isaac, I might have seen him in something before, but I thought he was good because I do remember, and I said, man, I don't know who this guy is, but man, I'm really enjoying his performance here. It's too bad it's in this movie.
Girls, behave. Break it up.
So the girls use this place to be social.
He's actually funny in a way that's probably not even meant to be funny. And the only reason that he's young, handsome, and still a rapist is because he's the star of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, but he's a total creep. I mean, his performance is great at that, and just making you go, ew.
Oh yeah,
so he's a creep too, huh?
Yeah, he's major.
He looks like an evil Jerry Lewis there.
Oh my God! Nailed it. Yeah, I was like, who does he look like?
Yeah.
Boy, wow, good one, man.
The women here are so sexualized that even when they're just doing household chores, when they taking trash out, ass had to hang all out. they in booty shorts doing that. When you got baby doll here on her hands and knees mopping the floor, wearing schoolgirl outfits.
Oh, of course.
So that ass hangs out there.
Yeah, ass in the air too.
Yeah, man.
And elbows down, ass up.
They make sure no matter what you do. And the loony bin right here, you're going to look good and hot doing it.
All the stuff is clean in the bottom. Nothing on top is clean. Everybody has to bend down.
Because you got to bend over all the time. Yeah. You have the asylum itself. And then all of a sudden the movie starts to turn to some horny Inception. Where,
Oh, Jesus.
Where you have dreams within dreams. Mm-hmm. One dream level is where you have the asylum, and then another dream level is where the asylum turns into a burlesque club where the fetishes get even stronger and weirder.
I get the sexy little schoolgirl. Be hot. But what is this? Lobotomized vegetable?
Now, I want y'all to remember that scene because it looks like even Zack Snyder saying to himself, yes, even I have gone too far. I was actually going to make that a thing. But y'all remember this. Remember this. We're going to come back to that. They get up in there and all these girls, that's where we get to meet the rest of the gang, the rest of the Sucker Punch crew. And they, of course, they all got stripper names when they come in.
Baby doll, that's Amber. Blondie. And you've already met my sister, Sweet Pea.
And her name is Rocket. And you got Baby Doll. Everybody up to the stage.
Yeah.
And the actresses, I know you know the name of the actresses here. Vanessa Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens, Jamie Chung, Abby Cornish, and Jenna Malone.
Yeah, and Jenna Malone. Abby Cornish, who's actually Australian. I mean, I'm going to tell you, the girls are good here. Zack Snyder is very good with actors, and he's very good, of course, with visuals, and his direction is strong, man. It's just in the middle of some nonsense like this.
That's the disturbing thing about it, is the direction is strong.
Yeah.
The girls did a lot of strength training. To the point that Vanessa Hudgens cried during it because it was kicking her ass so hard.
Really?
Yeah. And matter of fact, they said she used that for her performance when she had to cry.
So she went acting.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
It wasn't the script.
But yeah, it's like technically, just even like the way he works with green screen is so much better than his contemporaries, like Rodriguez and all those guys, where it's so obvious green screen, it's hard to take it seriously. A lot of this is seamless, or it works. It's like, man, so much great craft and effort into something that's just so shallow. Yeah, and childish.
Yeah. You know, and really, it is, and it goes to a point where it just starts to seep over into creepiness with the director. Now, because I ain't trying to look. I ain't calling Zack Snyder. He's not no pedophile. He's not no rapist. He's not. You know, if anything, he's like the rest of us, except he just had more money to do some crazy shit with.
And nobody to say like, "Hey, man, maybe you don't want to do this."
Yeah, exactly.
Or, let me show you what this looks like.
Yeah.
No, this is cool.
Because there's a time that all of us might have. If you had given us enough money, we would have. Probably did something bad with it like this. So I'm trying to be respectful, but did nobody ever gave me money?
Exactly.
No, because it creeps over, man, because this dream level here continues to relish on women's suffering.
Yeah.
Because this level right here.
It's funny because, she dreams all this up, this fantasy, to get away from the suffering of the mental institution. And this is just as bad, if not worse.
This is people she got out of the insane asylum where they are raping and whatnot, but she went to this level here where it's a burlesque show. They're not just dancers. This shit is a straight up, almost underage prostitution ring.
The priest brought you here from the orphanage to lose your virginity, right? Oh, let me rephrase that.
Oh.
To sell it.
Yeah, that's right.
You're like, damn, girl, you smart.
And I was gonna say he goes from Jerry Lewis to Gomez Adams.
Gomez Adams right here.
Is that a pencil mustache?
Yeah, on him. I like when you look at her like, damn, girl, you smart. Man. We about to sell your ass to Shit.
What?
You shouldn't have said nothing.
Should have kept that mouth shut.
You're a little too old, but we can put that ass out there.
Put it on the shelf.
Should I put Wednesday Adams' ass out there? Put your ass out there. Shit, I made her Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
I was gonna say, sold on Tuesday. So you make it to Wednesday.
Twice on Sunday.
Blue light special. Nothing up like
Yeah,
that.
you should have mind your own goddamn business. Not to put your ass on.
He's looking at it too. Yeah, you should have shut the fuck. You should have said nothing.
Girl, wasn't nobody even fucking with you.
Yeah, that's right, boy.
Put that ass out there.
Never do learn, do you? Yeah, I gotta put that ass out there.
But, you know, you got this in this dream level. It's like, man, it is so forced having these girls be sexy that it's not even because you don't even see them dance or anything. That's probably one dance number that you get to see a little bit of.
I think so, but it's funny because he had all the actresses trained to dance, except Emily Browning, which she's the one who does the dance.
She's the one that does,
which is why every time she got to dance.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, you got these girls all sexed up. You got these girls, and you put them in all these booty shorts and all these, fishnets and shit again, and still. And I hate to say it, but I don't know if it's because it's interesting, but the best show at the burlesque joint is Oscar Isaac up here doing his corny ass Las Vegas stage number.
It ain't no big thing to wait for the bell to ring.
You're like, that shit good.
Yeah, I know I sound good.
Put a little James Brown in there.
Yeah, I don't know the song.
I think that's Grace Jones. I know that song.
Okay.
Ain't no big thing waiting for the bell to ring. But I kind of like his cheesy ass Las Vegas version of it.
It ain't no big thing to wait for the bell to ring.
I think Oscar Isaac can really sing and dance. There was that other movie where
where he had the guitar and he was a math teacher.
He was a math teacher, and there was another movie where he was hanging out with the robot chick.
Yeah,
he did that big dance number.
Not just that, but Llewellyn Davis. Llewyn Davis.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, he can actually sing.
So man, I actually had more fun looking at Oscar Isaac.
Sure.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina, that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's a long dance number.
It sure did. He was getting down too. I'm like doing electric slide and
They
shit.
were like looking at the camera and shit. Like, it was all in unison.
Yeah. Shit,
Some sweatpants dancing.
Yeah. Whose dream sequence is this? You know what I'm saying? Because is it hers? Is it baby dolls? Is it ours? Because it can be argued what point of view it's actually from, because it's actually, it can't even be argued what point of view it's from because it's everywhere. He don't even know. Zack Snyder don't even know whose head this is in sometimes. The other layer of this dream sequence, like I said, man, this is some like 7 bean dip chip type thing right here.
It's Inception.
Yeah, it is. It is. If Inception was seven layer bean dip, that's what this shit would be.
The 7-layer bean dip that's mostly cheese.
Yeah.
And give you gas.
Yeah. No, people, because you got this other layer here where now that you have Baby Doll, apparently somebody's dreaming about a burlesque place, and Baby Doll in that burlesque fantasy has another fantasy where she dances.
God damn.
Whenever she has to dance, she goes into she drifts off. She drifts off into some fucking 13-year-old boy's Sailor Moon fan fiction here. We don't ever see the dance itself. What we do see is her go off into like this green screen special effects geek fantasy world. It really is a geekgasm, man. It really is a big nerdgasm. It's just Zack Snyder ejaculating just all this genre imagery that he grew up with as a teenager.
Well, yeah. I mean, it ultimately feels like a video game that you don't get to play, that you're watching somebody play.
Or a cutscene, or
with Scott Glenn as Bill from Kill Bill as your NPC who sets it up for what you have to do and tell you what item you have to quest for.
It sure does.
Let me ask it another way.
A way out, I guess.
You guess?
They get the Asian man flute too.
Oh yeah.
A little piccolo in it.
The first sequence that she goes into a dream world with is her for some reason fighting giant samurais. Fuck out of here with that dumb shit.
Yeah.
He thought that was stupid. What the fuck is this? What you got me doing here? Yeah, man.
You should have just ran.
Yeah. Even he thought that shit was stupid. But why is she doing this? Because it looks cool. That's the only reason. And they never say anything about her with Asian culture, being half Asian. They ain't never say anything about her reading manga comic books. They never see, she ain't talking about a friend who's Asian or Japanese. It just looks cool. You know what? And Zack Snyder said, well, shit, you know what? It looks so cool. Why stop at just giant samurais? Why not just go and make them samurais with giant chain guns? Now, some of you saying right now, get the out of here. And Zack Snyder is saying, no, I will not.
I'm saying right here.
No, just because you said that, I'm going to add this to it.
There's a samurai with a Gatling gun?
In fact, a samurai with a big-ass Gatling gun, and Zack Snyder said, I ain't going no goddamn place. I tell you, you know what? No, I'm going someplace. I'm going harder on what I'm doing right here. I'm going to have these chicks, check this out. Fuck them samurais. Let's have these chicks, all of them, fighting in World War II in their tight bondage outfits right here.
Why not?
Why not?
And
I think you'll say World War II. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, and this being Snyder, they ain't going to fight just regular Nazis.
Oh no.
Anyone would kind of be happy to stop there. Should stop there. Not Zach. Not Zachy Poo. You got these booty chicks fighting.
Booty chicks.
Yeah, these booty chicks. And I'm gonna even tell you something. These booty chicks up here fighting, they're zombie Nazis. And still, that is not enough.
German doctors and engineers have worked out how to return their fallen to the front lines. They're using steam power and clockworks to keep them moving.
Man, just say steampunk.
Yeah.
God damn, they're steampunk Nazi zombies. Jesus Christ.
I love how he comes in to set up the scene every time.
He comes and walks away thinking, Lexus, that's the dumbest shit I've ever said.
I'm telling you, he don't even believe it. Like he's like, they're using steampunk to keep him out.
He always walks away from these scenes like, God damn, did I just say that? Shit, is a check really worth all this? I know we fighting Nazi steampunk zombies, but can I just throw a little something in? Just a little something like a big ass mech. Up and away to stupidity and beyond.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it's.
I thought she was gonna climb it all the way. I I guess.
And it's playing the song White Rabbit in the background, just so you don't miss the allegory to Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And just in case you might miss something like that.
That music in the background started to get on my nerves. The sweet things earlier.
Yeah.
I really hated that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Everything he's done like a more crunchy, harder version of these songs. And you know
Cranked
what?
up.
What's that?
And it's always cranked up.
And it's always cranked up. And
rock and roll, man.
And these zombies not even zombies. That's how crazy this is. Some of them are, and it gets to a point. He's like, I need a real villain up in here. There's a zombie general in here, and he's just as eloquent as. It looked like a dude who just with his head crushed in, a burn victim or something. She's like, what the?
What am I doing?
Right.
I got to get back to the asylum.
She's looking at somebody else. I'm like, y'all see this shit? He's really all over the place.
No, it's your goddamn dream.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck up.
Shit, it ain't. Don't put this on me.
Yeah, that's you.
Zach even said, he said, you know what, shit, while we in World War II, and since we run out of zombie steampunk Nazis to fight, let's use this B-17 bomber to do this shit. Fight a dragon.
Why not?
Why you're like, yeah, why not? Why did that shit down too? Shit, you know what? Since we're here, let's just go full Lord of the Rings with this shit. Thank you. Get us the in.
It's like a World War I plane.
It's a Call of Duty combined with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, a big old dragon chasing the
big
plane.
Old dragon chasing a goddamn fighter plane.
You know what? The dragon is really well done.
It's
a great dragon.
It's a fantastic dragon. That's what I was just so like, why are you doing this? Like, I want to admire what you've done here, and
that
yet,
hurts.
Yeah, it's.
I love dragons. You know that.
It's all. I'm gonna tell y'all, people. It's just again to show you that we're being fair. It's all well done from a technical level. It's all well done. The imagery here is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: if you had a tighter story and you took like all the sexist shit out of it and all the just doing things to just do it, man, I'll tell you, man, if even if this was playing it as loose as he's playing it right here, if this had more humor with it, this might just be a cool visual thing to watch.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, I remember seeing. Did you see this in the theater?
I don't think I did. I think even the first time I saw it was on video.
Okay, because I remember being in the theater and I was thinking, I said, well, I guess that I'll be going now. Sure, when it got to that point, I said, the movie looks like it's ran for a long time. Surely it can't get more ridiculous than all the shit we just seen. And Zack Snyder said, but wait, we haven't talked about the robots on the train that's carrying a nuclear bomb that's going to blow up a nearby futuristic city. And that's when I said, all right, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. Really, that's the most ridiculous one right there. And every time, Martin, this is what Martin was saying a little while ago. Every time she finishes a dance, everybody in the room, this is the most incredible thing they've seen. It's that people are hypnotized by what she's done. He's like, yeah, I was jacking off in the corner. That was great, right? She's amazing, right?
That would be funny when he walks in and goes, what was with all the robots?
Yeah. All these dance numbers, man. All this movie's about dancing and female power, and this shit got more superhero landers than a legit superhero movie, man. I saw at least 3. I know there's probably more.
There's plenty.
Every chance they get, some chick land on them knees, man.
Yep.
Yeah, every chance they get.
Yeah, it's one where all of them do it.
All of them do it. Every time they make an entrance, every time they come in, landing on them fucking knees right there, boy. All of them pulling a Colin Kaepernick when they come in and shit. Stay on them knees, man.
Yeah, I feel like Tony Stark should sue.
Yeah. As I said, man, all this could be fun. It could have been. Yeah, if it wasn't coming in and if it wasn't taking itself so seriously in the worst way possible, man.
And just thinking that it's deep.
Now, after they've done all the girls, after they've done all the cool shit in here, after all the girls have done all of the stuff that, hey, y'all, are y'all finished jacking off? Are y'all done? Zack Snyder turns around like, yeah, you know what? These bitches can go now. He ain't got no use for them. I mean, he kills them off.
Yep.
He stabs them, man.
All in one scene.
Oh, he stabs them. He starts putting bullets in their their craniums. Even when they side with and even when they side with the villain, like when they help the villain out, they still catching shit.
The thing is, we hate snitches, so...
She actually had it coming. She got everybody killed in here. Them girls would still be alive if it weren't for us snitching ass.
I'm sorry, he said it would be okay. Yeah, because we've written you to be dumb enough to believe that.
Yeah.
Despite all his previous actions, I thought this time it was going to be okay.
Yeah. Dumbass. And I like the way he even said, so, bam.
Yeah, he sure did. He ended his sentence on that shot, didn't he?
The thing is, we hate snitches, so...
He put his arm into it, too. He's like, so I don't really have a verbal follow-up to that.
Yeah.
He's a punctuation, but
yeah, exactly. Shit, even Baby Doll. Even Baby Doll don't make it out this shit, man. And that was his squeeze in this movie right here. And that's the most fucked up part, actually. He shoots these girls and he tells Baby Doll, hey, now go out and dance. It's like, how you expect me to go out and fucking dance and sing that shit? But it doesn't matter because it's all an illusion. The whole movie you can't really get emotionally invested in because everything is an illusion. And when the part that you need to be invested in, you never see the reality. Yeah. Not that that's just probably dumb as hell too. But even Baby Doll don't make it out of this. And that was Zack Snyder's main girl. That was the one that was his main squeeze in this movie. His bottom bitch in this movie. and that situation is the most fucked up one. Now, earlier we saw all these nasty, non-attractive dudes being vile rapists. Also earlier, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back to a little something here. Oh, let me see if I can find this. Here we go. So we talked about this earlier, and I told you to remember this.
I get the sexy little schoolgirl. I even get the helpless mental patient, right? That can be hot. What is this? Lobotomized vegetable?
We talked about how Zack Snyder finally saying, all right, you know what? Now that's fucked up. Fetishizing lobotomies. Yeah, that's Zack, you've gone too far. There's nothing sexy about lobotomizing women unless it's done by sexy ass John Hamm.
Did you see the way she looked at me?
I think she wanted to fuck me. Y'all see that?
I mean, it's not exactly ethical, but...
Oh, well, she's still alive. Yeah. She gave me the go-ahead. People...
You saw it, right?
Yeah. Y'all saw that shit, right?
Y'all saw it. You gave me the go-ahead.
What's fucked up about this is that all these guys, as I said, if you were weird, old, ugly looking, whatever, then you were a rapist. And this is why I'm going back to Zack Snyder's, this whole thing he has with beauty. When John Hamm came in, and that is a creepy scene.
Sure.
Where he's pretty much trying to seduce this girl by promising her freedom and all of that shit. But, you know, when it comes back, it's John Hamm who was the one that's pretty much killing her. You know, he's making her void of a personality, making her brain dead pretty much. And even then, with him doing the deed, and him being creepy in her fantasy, he's still seen as somewhat of the sympathetic kind of hero here because he's the good-looking guy.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right. And after her lobotomy, she's happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a bit of a vegetable, but she's happy. She's smiling. So he did her a favor.
She can stay in her fantasy world, you know, drooling, you know, in this world, but somewhere she's still fighting robots, still living her life. Somewhere out there, she's still out there doing superhero landings
in her little sailor costume.
Yeah, in her little Sailor Moon costume right there. So in a way, it's still happy, right? She's still, you know what? It's a good ending, man, because she keeps she still gets to do that, and we all still get to get turned on by it. We all still get hard-ons from this. This is that ending is weird, man. And you want to know something? You want to know a real stupid ending to this. So, the last part of this, they pull some Wizard of Oz shit. When Sweet Pea's the only one to get away. Sweet Pea's the only one to get away. And what happens when she's getting away? Guess who she talks to?
Yes, can we have a word?
Is there a problem, gentlemen?
This actually doesn't concern you, sir. I just have a few questions for the young lady.
Oh, good old Scott Glenn, who, wait a minute, he was in the head of the fucking chick that just got lobotomized. How
the one that never met him.
Yeah, but this chick that never met him, she sees her crazy shit.
Right. At least Dorothy met the wizard before she went.
She met all of them.
Right.
You know, like, I know you. She ain't met this fool.
Nope. This fool.
Yeah, unless she's crazy too or some shit, you know.
That hat cocked to the side.
Back. People, this movie's full of shit, man. This movie's bad. Whatever they think they're doing. And Martin is right when he says it's a video game. It completely is a video game, man.
Yeah, because you're killing a bunch of faceless henchmen, and you can shoot them and they can't hit you.
And you also have to, like a video game, you got to find a certain number of items to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we need is a map to figure out where all the exits are.
A map, just like a video game.
Yeah.
So we can figure our way around.
Then we have to push select.
So we can find so we can find where special items are.
Where to locate it. And the last thing's a key.
Of course, because there's always a key in a video game.
Yeah.
This is a straight up video game, y'all. Yeah. Oh, fuck out of here. Nah, man, I'm not trying to hate on Zack Snyder. And, if I was ever talking, I'm not saying I will ever do this, but if I was talking to Zack Snyder, of course I'd be like, well, I didn't like this, but I think this was outdated here and whatnot. But since we talking here right now, this is some bullshit. It's a fuck you, man, because this thing is so sexist. And, it's one thing to be sexist and to kind of or just blatantly be upfront with it. But when you think you're doing some important shit.
Exactly.
Oh, this is for women. Nah, man. The weekend that it came out, it was in second place. You know it was in first place?
Wimpy Kid.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You knew that?
Yes. How did that?
I'm good with the movie.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Whichever one that is.
Busted its ass.
Yeah. That shit did.